Njala ekulumi. You people want to tell you busa kintu kikusinga security omunsi muno. Busa kintu kikusinga obusinga. Hakiri otamunju otaine kyokulya baito obyamire businga. Dhani kubo ina sente mu nsawo zijwiri baito otaine na okuikara kuzirira. Sazin ekiri Ukraine nobo kubole mugayiga nkasudira esente zawo tizine kizikugasa. Sazin ekiri Sudan nobo kuine sente byodoro oina amamotoka 10 omunju toine na harugudo okuzivugira. Sekindu kirabaga ni kireto obusinge. Let's combine as a nation, as a country. Okurangwe kintu ekyo obusinge tibwarugo. Hako obusinge is the key of everything and development. Tukaba tuliawo ijo President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, His Excellency ntakaikira ali His Excellency kwenda kutabarukia District Speaker Nkarura Bisani yagarukire okuruga omu India hambere yagenzere okujanjabwa mukama yebare kugarura Musinga bokuba. My friend, when they talk about operation omuntu akagia mu theater akongera akagaruka ali mu mezi musima Ruhanga habukuwa tikuri bona ngo bagenda ni bagaruka. Welcome back my friend, on the right honorable speaker Masindi District Council omukuru Kiria Moses webari muno kuija Nkarura ni bamutangira Kisai Kientebe na garuka. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni aka kilo kya kana kya kasatu kya kana aka addressing ihanga lino habikwataga na security yagamba abantu mutatina, don't panic. The ADF was destroyed and defeated in 2007. Mwijukira ba ADF bano baikaire nibatigomye ihanga lya Uganda bakozere ibikorobero bingi. Hari ihanga lya Uganda niho hari no kwita abana bakichwamba Fort Poto ijwera ati bakaita abana bakasese kwegamba bizeni bakora ebihagaro bingi muno bakaita abana katsoke tumure mukataito muno tugaruke hanyuma yo kuliza akarango kambubiri tunywe hamaizi tugaruke mutarwa radio.
Extra strength kuli mubazo gukorwa ba Rene Industries Limited kandi ni gusangiwa mu maduka kona gimibazi omuyihanga lyona omuburo bibona kozesa Paynex extra strength. Paynex teri nungi hala abana bali hansi y'emyaka 12 oburumyo buraye yongera ikira mufumo mutendeke.
By the way, is COVID-19 still there in this world of ours, especially here in Uganda?
Yeah, it is still there, but the cases that are reported are still few due to low testing. However, being a seasonal flu, it can spring up anytime.
What can one do?
Each of us has to be responsible. Just continue practicing the set preventive behaviors like washing hands regularly with soap and clean water, using hand sanitizer. The good thing is that frequent and regular hand washing protects you from other dangerous diseases as well.
Tuleke nawe. Is it necessary to do all that these days?
Yes, my dear. But the most important thing nowadays is to get fully vaccinated against COVID-19 and be protected. You must complete your primary series and get boosted after 1 year for added protection. For older adults aged 50 years and above must complete their initial doses and then get a booster after 1 year. However, those with underlying conditions like diabetes and high blood pressure must receive a booster dose after every 6 months from the last one.
But do the vaccines work?
Of course they do. By the way, vaccination is one of the reasons as to why we no longer record many serious cases of COVID-19. Remember this, COVID-19 vaccines prevent you from suffering severe disease, hospitalization, and death in case you get infected. Actually, it's now the best weapon you have to fight COVID-19 in the event of an upsurge of the disease.
Okay, thanks for the information.
You're welcome, my dear.
Otherwise, I had relaxed thinking that COVID-19 is over.
Are you unvaccinated, partially vaccinated, or due for a booster dose? Visit any health facility nearest to you and receive your due dose. Vaccines are free, safe, and effective. This message is from the Ministry of Health with support from UNICEF and partners.
BBS 98.2 FM.
Otaferwa ga program Ekyooto
BBS FM webale muno omukumura moko kutaito baitu nibagamba abasajja baitu ababila Uganda nibakugamba nti osemereire kuba nowe kwata kurungi omukumira emibazi yawe ya ARVs habokuba iwe omurwaire okusobora kusigara mu maiso nogenda nokola emirimo yawe kurungi otekaine kandi otaina kizibu kyona singoba nomira embazi yawe kurungi otereire nkoko abasawo bakugamba ojja kuzara n'abaana abandi ohangale okole enkurakurana habwokuba bwogimira kurungi nkoko abasawo bakugamba you can live a happy life kandi okategekera abaana bawe na family yawe. But remember bwogimira noyosa otagitekamu ekitinisa iyo yonka nesa kuletera kufa habwokuba omubiri guba oburwaire bwandi bugimanyira nibusagirwanisa baitu bwogimira ngeri bakugambire mutayi wange osigara oli kurungi kandi na nibirwanisa nobuko obwo nosigara otekaine. Mbarige nikyabagambira habasajja ba ADF omu history ya Uganda niyo tusokere kulo na Uganda naba mutuju na yesiba bom na ija na ulika na bagenzi be ombyafayo bya Uganda byona era nibiretwa ADF tekoze ebikorobero hali Uganda yonka ebikozere omu South Sudan ebikozere mu Congo kandi ebikoze mu Central African Republic hono ko bajikaba kityonu president akagamba nti bagenda kone bakusangayo kobo irukire omu South Sudan obo irukire Congo oba Kenya obanka habokwa those are our allies bali banywani baitu bakusobora kuyayo. Kyokinu tugenda kuba ntubaza hali omutwe gwaitu gutukaba ntwenda kubaza last time baitu ntakagambira omutwe gwaitu nkwenda kuijukiza ngo live ha BBS FM kantu live ha YouTube. Genda YouTube, subscribe, share and comment, then like the channel bagieta BBS FM Masindi, BBS FM Masindi okujja kuba notura live loud kandi and clear habokuba tuli audible enough okutulira kandi nekisani kirungi muno okuba noturora ba panelists bona ne bakwaza mu studios. Tugenda kuba ntubaza ansonga eza East African insonga za Africa amahanga ga Africa tukaba tuino mulama gwaitu tukantwenda kore jwe baitu abo kimeza twagureka obutukwa ntura in a space of less than 3 years government ezikwingura mu mukaga nizo zakayihwa ombwebembezi na amani ge mundu Africa ijweri na latest bageta Gabon hambere president Ali Bongo familia ye bayiri yakafuga emyaka 5 netani bakafuga obwebembezi obu bakamamuraho na amani ge mundu era owakufuga okwo musirikali ekikuniriza buli muntu wena abakuyawo agaruka kuba musirikali. So kityonu demokrasia mu Africa eri threatened ekifuga mundu ne mundu nikyo kigagarukaho rundiki history kwenda ku repeating itself kiki kikuletekyo itwe nkabebembezi abayizire nenkora ya demokrasia tutandikire kole ebintu ebikutuya hamurama gwa demokrasia niko abasirikali batandike kweryamu omujuju kugaruka kukwata obwebembezi ne mundu oba nangwa. Has it stopped in West Africa oba is it moving tukirinde no mahanga gandi kusigikira a political space enyakuro omu Africa hambere tukubaliza amahanga nka Niger gakamamurwa ira ba president abakomerwa abantu Burkina Faso gakayiwaho ira hatika Burkina Faso ekaywa 2022 mu January 2022 ne wao Lieutenant Kano Paulo Henry Damiba akayo president Roch Kabore hanyuma yo kulemerera o containing violence yali tekebwa abatuju. However, on 30th September, Captain Ibrahim Traore aka saizinga power kuruga hali Damiba ono yali yakakwata bebembezi era Burkina Faso batunga president omuyaka. Guinea President Alpha Conde he was overthrown in September 2021 by special forces leader Kano Mamade Daumbuya onu hanyuma yoku 2020 around more restrictions is amulemesaga okuba naraninga omu third term oba etamu ya kisatu akabayire constitution nimuli akwasiremu obuntu bwa mulemesaga okwesimba third term hati bali abana bayija bamubambura bayikaire bafuna resistance kuruga mu ECOWAS ekitongole kifuga ekigayitirwa mu kubukurura East African Community nabaine ECOWAS fuga kuri mu ihanga mu West Africa and countries eziri mu kizinga kyaba kairagura. Then Chad hanyuma ya President Debi ayayitirwe mu combat anyu wakaba bungira amaigegala front line nigarwanagana na ba rebels akatewa masasi yafa era ka committee aka Security Council yakoma president wae omutabani wenu yamugarukire ombigere baitukande era nawe ali musirikali kwegamba kandi mali President Ibrahim Bobaka Keita ona overthrowingibwa mu 2020 of a gang of Malian colonels bakulembeirwe Asim Goita abasajja nabo baija bayawe bembezi kandi agati aho Irene Sembereyo ebaire Gabon hambero musajja Ali Bongo na wahirwe hamaye baita agentungirege kyo kyejo bamutaisuire bamugamba is at risk obomezi waite buli kurungi akwetaga kuba na ejanjaba era bamuheze green light bwana naenda gena munsi za heru kugenda kwejanjaba is free to move out. I think bamuhaire a free exit asoka iruka agende muhanganguse baitwa mutaiswirege kuruga mu captivity hambera abairali Ali Bongo NCI yebairerimu abantu less than 1.5 people as a population baitu kandi rich in oil neiha amafuta nibagambira omusai John abairiwe byokwejara bya mahano aka importingao ebirika sino kurugo mahanga gaheru ngo abantu mu State House bakwetaga kuba with the Christmas sino baija bagusesa babisese ebirika mu State House era bokurora ebisani ebya ehangalye Christmas egyo okano isana gamba bali mu Europe inse ijuire ebirika baitu okuturuka aheru different story hali bamkwatire basangire ensauze cent bantu bakubona bakweriye enkumu tibaine kyokulya akahanga kalimu abantu emiliyoni 2.4 bali very poor baitu wezinda tiro in custody aina mo baga mo dollars euros aina muzihanga bantu ni wanyumirwa aba mubaire hayi minister manyara DC manya bantu bo aba baraba nabaide bara DC bona bali mukintu banu ba mukuru sanono dala abakuli bano bakuru bataba mikone yemereire baina sente man baito abatali haikinawe bali mumbera ambi muno nicho tugenda kubazao kirukino. What is bringing that in Africa again? Emundu efokere mundu okura government bazihiraho kandi hati na hali tukubaliza ero okura ro government haronka abasajja bana aba Nigeria nabo mpulire ECOWAS ngubwera arumba mu ihanga lya Niger nabagambire bagiye kwimbe mundu direct barumbe Nigeria Abuja bayo president tibunu atakamazero na myaka na miezi mukaga batekeongu akaiba karurubo abana abasirikale abali mu West Africa bamanyira yalira akaruru wenyini omubuhikire bagabina abakwijja genda mukwesasuza bo bakwijja kurumba Nigeria ekibuga Abuja bayo president batekeho ayi nibyo biri aho. So mukimanyire tugire dini yaitu hano tubanze kibozibozi nibo nitugaruka omu mbera ya program yaitu endi ekibozibozi kataito muno tugaruke kinu kibozibozi uliza kibozibozi
98.2 FM BBS. From your speaker to your eardrum, BBS. We got them star-spangled bangers, so let's get back to 98.2 FM.
Ekibozibozi ya BBS FM omwire banyenkakara nkabunu atubaire tuli aho niturora Honorable Joab baida onta kabaliza bya Honorable Joab akaruka FDC kakawa basajja banu ba Bongomini bakaruga bagongeire ba Rogers amanyire bakaruga bagongeire nibagamba omukuru Joabu Honorable ngu akagenda yagulira yasomba abatezi bakaruka FDC bono babaire mu structures aba district baiti joro banyamwabwiza hano yagamba abasajja bakalimwa bigambo byogambira abantu kutera campaign ngiro kano muhura yaga mukalemwa mukajja kubaliza abantu ibintu bitakusa kubahereza karuru babasinga hati muri mukwe kwasa mukikaro kyo kwikara mukaterera mukamanya ngeri batera campaign ege kabalemera kim bachwam baba imakaru so ekibozibozi eitaka lya Kayanja ya area university di kirege mu parliament ekiro kejo omusajja emera ha kosa ijo ya emera floor parliament yagamba nti magaliza akatunga itaka ombutayikire itaka lino bamwereze kyapa president Museveni akaragire batwale itaka lya ntungamo bo bamusedya mu kuchwa amateka bamuleta Kayanja itaka lya Kayanja balihereza musajja mukuru woli era yagaya saba speaker parliament asobole kuba nateka akateba kakuteuliriza itaka lya Kayanja of which is good. Itaka lya Kayanja ukirani kisoboka baragire ministry ehandike itaka ligaruke omumabara ga municipality kandi abantu abali hayireyo bakandi bali hayo mu byokusoma hatali bya magalizi omunye South Africa kwijja kukolerana emirimo ye itaka likali abantu babulikiro bali hayo bantu kusoma hati bakajja kusanga itaka batwaire ombutali bwa mateka na meya wenyini abaireyo gamugaralizi wabaira takwesiga Honorable Joab ngo ajye kubazao kwa Joab agambire ngo even na meya izire awulire mundaba ninsaka kibazao kubunani inja kibazao bonantagia kibazao na kyagenda kimanyire ba muroro busani bainumoleka meya aikalire omugarali. I want to thank the mayor ekyakozerge ekyo mali kyolekere ngu really nawe kugenda akabaho bona babiri kajja kuija kazindaro wao tugambire nkwenda kusima Joab Honorable habo kulete kintu kino no floor parliament but even na mayor ayolekera omutima gukuimuka director agenda mu parliament oyiro nakyo mbaye nikaguza was it necessary kasoke tuule Joab na abaza floor parliament
matters of national importance. Masindi Joab.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Rise on a matter of urgent national importance regarding the fraudulent transfer of title for land in Bururi Block 5, Plot 39 at Kayanja, 52.7 hectares in Nyangaya Division, Masindi Municipality, Masindi District. In this land question, the land in question was in the 1990s offered by the local communities to former NTC Masindi, which had hitherto operated on church land. The land was given for educational purposes, and in 2001, a land title was issued in the names of the Board of Governors for National Teachers College Masindi. And when this college was phased out by the Minister of Education and Sports in 2005, the said land was one of the assets that were passed to Kamuras Teachers College in Masindi. The title was handed to the Minister of Education and Sports for formal transfer to the Board of Governors of Kamuras PTC Masindi. In the process, Madam Speaker, of identifying land for the establishment of the proposed Bunyoro Public University, we were dismayed to discover that this land was fraudulently transferred to another name in the names of Magaliz Distillers Uganda Limited, with a letter of no objection written by one Mr. Mwonjere Medias on the 21st of August 2007 of the Ministry of Education and Sports, the Permanent Secretary. Madam Speaker, in his letter, he incorrectly indicated that His Excellency the President had recommended the investment by Magaliz Distillers to Masindi, but yet instead the President's letter directed this investment to Ntungamo. Owing to this, even the mayor of the local government I represent represent Masindi municipality, wrote a petition, and he has come here to see, he's in the galleries, whether I'm raising this matter. In the circumstance, Madam Speaker, I pray that this House causes an investigation into the glaring fraud to bring justice to the people who donated this land for educational purpose. Number 2, that this House directs the Minister of Lands, Housing and Urban Development and the Minister of Education and Sports to cancel the transfer of title to Magali's Distillers Uganda Limited and register the land in the names of either Bunyoro Public University or Masindi Municipal Council. Madam Speaker, I beg your permission, I lay a petition to the Minister of State.
Under rule that the petitions are handled in a different way.
Madam Speaker,
give me your prayer.
My prayers are made that you direct an investigation in this fraud and that the Ministers of Lands, Housing and Urban Development and the Minister of Education and Sports cut of title because they did it even without the knowledge of the local governments in the district.
Thank you. Prime Minister, Right Honorable Speaker, I'll call Minister of Education together with Minister of Lands so that we can solve this matter. But Honorable Member of Parliament will also be called so that you can attend that meeting. Thank you. Honorable members, I happen to see those documents that were brought by Honorable Joab. First of all, the Mayor of Masindi, you're most welcome to Parliament of Uganda. I looked at the documents and there was a letter, a presidential directive to Ntungamo for land to be given. I don't know what happened. They instead gave land from Masindi, not from Ntungamo. And that land that was gazetted for the university, maybe the minister really needs to find out what could have happened for the land belonging to the Minister of Education to be transferred to an individual or to a company. I think that's not correct. Honorable Minister of Education.
Right Honorable Speaker, I've just received the news now. We are going to investigate the matter and I will report back to the House. Right.
Kindly, I want you to investigate that matter because that land belongs to Bunyoro University.
Most obliged, right?
And we need a feedback on that issue.
Kinu kibozi uliza kibozi ensonga nikoze merere zitini nikoze bayirege. So should we have hope university ya Kayanja over parliament ekusobora kusazamu ekyapa kiri oba nangwa omustudio zinyino omukuru Mandela Frederick Akiki Bagonza kandi ukangankolese kagambo ki Pioneer Chairperson LC3 Masindi Municipality Central Division kandi sazino wali director w'isomero kandi ali a politician. So kuna mcha batuliriza
Otyo muno Washington
speed
Secretary General wa NRM Masindi Municipality and member of the National Conference Bagonza Frederick Mandela muraire muta abauliza nyonda babasa kana program ene nganzi Ekyooto hamuna bagenzi bangu mu studios nkubatangira bajja kwani beyanjura nkwenda kusima mukama ruhanga bakisembuke obumezi that tusobole kuhiki olwero bakyalero abayirwa abagenzi banyu abagonzebwa amahano muno kandi arona n'obugenyi hari buli wingi. Today is a Saturday
nabo bali kurungi webale muno bongo mini Isaac ramukya batulirize
otyo muno mugenzi wange Washington nabe bitinisa bali mu studio myende ya kitara murayiroho muta Isaac Bangumeni ninyobono wentebe ya kasatu webora lya gati munyamasazi ya Masindi kanire wike bayire nunge oiro nyabisensa aro musajja fuire kati kusama kama Rwanga asobole kubagumya bo Ruganda so kambagondeze okulirizo kurungi
webale muno deputy RDC Masindi district omukuru Sanyono Dala kandi aine koti nyingi. By the way, I came to make investigations ninkolesa ekitebe kyange aine koti nyingi nezatakabazaga. By the way, is even the district chairperson wabu kuli hambera ruga. He's a politician. Webe minyetu. On the greater districts of Owabukuli Busoga. So he's a very big man here and home. You're most welcome on Ekyooto program today.
Thank you. Akati simanyi oba wayisani ayenze wayisara this tabera politician.
Ana isara this wano kati.
Kale neyanziza nja kweyanza okumpa omukisa guno abawuliriza abaffe sanyusa okubalaba. Twakatandika temukyusakyusa kalimi amanya n'eddoboozi nze Sanoni Dara, Deputy RDC wa district ya Masindi. Moderator obadde otandika olina ebintu byoyogeddeko. Wayogedde ku presidential address yaliwo ku Thursday. Noyogera ku kalulu k'ehoima. Kakati simanyi oba obudde bunaabeerawo mbeereko ne comments zenteeka kuba kayisizeewo ddala.
It is okay. Kastanku wa microphone.
Okay.
Osobola okutandika bino byona bye mba pilotingiro. You have a right to talk about them.
As an RDC, yes. Of course.
Okay. Omukuru Bongomini Isaac. Kantandike na iwe. Ebintu byanyu bya FDC obururuka kulema kutoza bakusinga wajja wagamba omukuru oli asombera abantu. Anyway, that will be an anchor for another day. Omukuru borawine kyokubaza nakyo rakibaza odakikemu haburu FDC obatayo. But ekibozibozi kiri hasaidi yeitaka lya Kayanja. Omukuru alitwaire mu parliament. Kandi deputy right honorable speaker mboine na confirminga ebihandiko byarozero nebya president ya haire biragiro abakozere itaka lya Kayanja bakakora bifu byabo. Do we have hope iliyo kusazamu ekyapekyo university abasajja ngire bakaturaganize kwa bayingi mwikaine mugambe itaka lya Kayanja tiririyo ngire bakaturaganize university kagenda ku Kayanja tutarabire mbwire burayira. And mayor kabayo direct iwe kiempulira no isano inemo okuyema. Was it right akaba okay kugyayo ubanu bwakwa atagenzereyo.
Ekintu kyo kubanza kinkwenda kuterekereza. Washington iyo mulingo kundara na magezi gange gano gengira. Okundura nsa kwemera ndema kubaza kusaba karu. I'm an elected leader.
Na hambero liyo kama kusaba karu.
Kulembera abantu mitwaro 410 nobukugwa mu Central Division. I was elected. I was one time the first speaker of Central Division on FDC and being elected by NRM councillors. It is on record in Uganda yona. I was there were only 2 FDC in a council where I won an election of
speakership
of speaker and the majority were NRM. It is on record. It has never happened in Munsimun, Uganda. So tiji kusemera no kusemera gamba and I failed to talk. The fraudsters which were there, any of the FDC to be reke because what I want to assure abantu ba Masindi ngwakaru ka FDC tukakasaramu tukaliyo. Yes, kinyo kugambira.
Kanda barahirira.
To hold taro kurayira kuona okwaka taking the place. Horo barano ngambira journalist okabankani barayira.
Ngambire bali mutabagumye kandi journalist
Tibiriyo, I'm telling you as a member of FDC.
Have you petitioned?
We don't need to petition. On the 19th to Genda Kampala for delegate conference. But I want to assure you kwenda kumanyisi miende kitara. There is no new leadership ya FDC eru Masindi. Kinukwenda chikugambira. This thing will come to pass. One time you ask me again here. I will tell you if you have no gamba we don't have executive FDC Masindi to you. This week we had a meeting at C&J Mparohali Hotel with the Semujunganda and Dr. Besiji and all delegates of Bunyoro. There are no elections which were conducted. But
honorable Joabu Mukamweta na
Kabisaramu. Na factions zo gamba za Katonga neza na Janankumbi. Za na Janankumbi zo zina date money. Zini sente ze kibi. Kukugambira. Sente ze kibi zikata mu kitebe. Tinkunda kudupa. Nizo kura abantu bakozesa omunyamasa za kugulira no bururu bintu nkebi. So ebintu ebyo na I want to tell you come 19th of this month ndiba ningarukane mu 10 kugambira ndikuwa na report ngamba ebiwagamba gabirinka. As we talk now we don't have any structural leadership empyaka
Okay.
old structure
kale tugenda itaka lya kayanja
eitaka lya kayanja
parliament flow parliament yeah
eitaka lya kayanja buli bumu abujunanizibwa obo abantu ba Masindi municipality ekibakomere aboli businge Joab bakamukoma kubekulembera kandi kubazaga bizibya mu rukwatiro rukuru rw'ihanga so obujunanizibwa bwe abukozere yabuturayo hati speaker yaragira minister na prime minister na minister mugende nkwenda report of course next week kyakana mbere barezinga na issues of national importance baja kwani batu report eitaka lya kayanja haroha abantu abasuma abemitima embi abayibire itaka lya kayanja baligabira ogwo nanka ejo kitongole magalizi so tubeno kuguma tulinde report ya parliament and parliament is a very big institution niye chuwamo bintu buli kimu cyona muyanga. I know when they come with the report and alimo report ibagambire president baraka baandikire byona bukayisubuloho
hati meyo
yagambire municipality tekagabaga itaka area kayanja akuba among the inventories agali municipality
yo
tiritaha mu itaka lya
municipality by the even no council yabo ni bagamba tubakakibazaho ga even no
they have never discuss ati bana bayigendaga nibe kwasa a district council ni bamataza abantu banyamasindi nobule mubunu bona ngumu mugarukeyo municipality yebeke kugamba nibo tuchwemu okura ebintu byabayiro the truth has now come
that mayor no kana obwa MP bunu kana abusobora oraba yaba meya yagenda mpaka parliament
ate kugenda parliament ati iyo bwabaire mu council ya municipality wafuga council wabaza mu council kwa but didn't they say these journalists are there mu council he was a stranger like any other person mu parliament they are called strangers that's the right language they are called strangers webakabayo kuli ceremonial kurora ngu Joab is omuntu aya presenting ebitu before parliament is aboli businge Joab
tofaha mutima ogu yakoleseze kurugana akavuga kaika parliament
bakamukoma na nyunku berengenza was following this thing on social media by mere following bikababira parliament a social media was also present in parliament
Mandela iraka lya Joab olihulire na ekarakasa ha flow of parliament kandi neitaka lya kayanja ngokulire do we have hope?
First of all, nkwenda kumusima as a member of parliament about raising an issue of national importance but also
sorry excuse me kati sanu ndala karana gamba bulikira singa Joab bino byogera wano baddo byogera mu parliament kati musaje yogedde mu parliament
nawe mulinzire
nanti wabiwulidde
obagenda kwebaza nkukyenda
I think there's nothing to praise abokuba negwo mulimo gwe in fact if he doesn't do his work then it is not worth it. In fact
if he doesn't do that
then it's not worth it. Timbelivinga omutebezi wenjiri agenda kutebeza abantu bakarokoka bakajunwa then akasimwa that is your work
and you are paid for it
and is paid dearly with a vehicle with a lot of things bulinka kabagamba anu nibo abali ebichapiche byamana ebyo ebichepere so when a pastor goes to preach and people get saved then that is his work. Hati nka member of parliament wako raising this issue I think akakura muri mogwe we look into that but also
manzo ndinde okataito second year ngaruka toka ready.
By the way, is COVID-19 still there in this world of ours, especially here in Uganda?
Yeah, it is still there, but the cases that are reported are still few due to low testing. However, being a seasonal flu, it can spring up anytime.
Then, what can one do?
Each of us has to be responsible. Just continue practicing the set preventive behaviors like washing hands regularly with soap and clean water, or use a hand sanitizer. The good thing is that frequent and regular hand washing protects you from other dangerous diseases as well.
Is it necessary to do all that these days?
Yes, my dear. But the most important thing nowadays is to get fully vaccinated against COVID-19 and be protected. You must complete your primary series and get boosted after 1 year for added protection. For older adults aged 50 years and above must complete their initial doses and then get a booster after 1 year. However, those with underlying conditions like diabetes and high blood pressure must receive a booster dose after every 6 months from the last one.
But do the vaccines work?
Of course they do. By the way, vaccination is one of the reasons as to why we no longer record any serious cases of COVID-19. Remember this, COVID-19 vaccines prevent you from suffering severe disease, hospitalization, and death in case you get infected. Actually, it's now the best weapon we have to fight COVID-19 in the event of an upsurge of the disease.
Okay, thanks for the information.
You're welcome, my dear.
Otherwise, I had relaxed thinking that COVID-19 is over.
Are you unvaccinated, partially vaccinated, or due for a booster dose? Visit any health facility nearest to you and receive your due dose. Vaccines are free, safe, and effective. This message is from the Ministry of Health with support from UNICEF and partners.
Feeling feverish, you have a toothache, you feel the chest pain, use Perinex, you have a backache, and all the joint pains, use Perinex, extra strength, the pain will be relieved.
Perinex Extra Strength is a product of Rennie Industries Limited, available in all pharmacies and drug shops countrywide. For any kind of pain, use Perinex Extra Strength, unsuitable for children under 12 years. If pain persists, seek medical advice.
Use Perinex Extra Strength, the pain
It's like a clear blue sky.
Blue magic.
The calm blue sea.
Blue magic.
And the beautiful blue flowers.
Blue magic.
For the first time in Uganda, Bidco introduces the Blue Magic Laundry Bar Soap in a 1 kilogram and 600 grams bar. It is soft on hands, washes clean, leaves a lemon scent on fabrics, and lasts longer. Blue Magic Laundry Bar Soap, available in all outlets near you. Blue Magic Laundry Bar Soap brings back the magic to washing.
BBS, the People's Radio.
Niyo BBS FM, the People's Radio. Mbairigende hali iwe Mandela.
Yes, then ekyakabiri kandi kyokusembayo on this issue is nti tutandike kwetegeza amazima akuba abairoho abakugamba nti president akagaba itaka lya Kayanja. And ekirungi kya member of parliament on the floor nakyo yakikiranura mu speech yagambire nti president atagaba itaka lya Kayanja. Magali's company nakageza itaka lya Ntungamu. Kuye ne baruha is very clear by the way. Baruha president ingine na hereza itaka Ntungamu but not Kayanja. Hati abantu abamu abaina mu bikujukuju byabo baburungutanize baruhege content yayo bagamba nti itaka likaba lya Kayanja. Na member of parliament nkwenda kumusima in this issue ntakirano ile kandi yaitekaho ekirezi omaiso ga abantu babunyoro hakwa abantu abantu abakubuzabuza government nibabuzana enkora yaitu bali bagamba nti president akatuweleza university n'omukono gwo buliyo kionka gituyisa n'omukono gwo bumoso ntakatuweza yagamba mtuwali university amanyi itaka lya hayo itaka elya NTC former NTC likali education kandi president in his wisdom understood that akawata kusaga bitaka elya education akayeze distilling company that is also very good.
Do we have hope?
Well, nkwenda kusima parliament because the speaker akitire to task to the relevant ministries. Minister of education boromuhulirao agambire nti wakata bimaina kumanya. I don't know where the struggle has been nti kikusana kiri fresh in the minds of the ministry.
Don't you think Mayor Kyomuhendo has been on the right cause for all this long?
Well, argument.
What are you promoting, Mayor?
Let me talk about this.
I'm asking.
I think, are you asking me?
Yes.
And you're asking Bongo.
I'm asking you.
Yes.
Yes,
I know.
Do you know why? Mayor wrote a petition.
To who?
To of Parliament.
Joab is a member of Parliament. Even to be a municipality was one time even to be a Kubimanya. He was not directed. Mayor Joab was not directed by any other person. Alimwekule mbese abairo Mayor Masindi municipality. Yagenam Parliament. He raised a motion before Parliament. Wenka Joab. He was not directed or guided by any other person.
No, I heard him say, Mayor.
I want to recognize. No, I want to recognize. You want to recognize is in the gallery. Yes. Being in the gallery, never could recognize Jammu Council, Washington is around.
Okay. Omukuru.
I think you have stolen my time.
Okay.
Let me finish.
You finish.
You are the one who has engaged him.
Okay.
They have issues. And me, I'm always particular. I'm always particular.
That's not the issue.
No, I want to be particular. I want to be particular, Washington.
Okay.
That Bongomini is eating into my time. Social media so I think they have their own issues.
Okay.
Because
Bongomini, thank you very much. You were present in the gallery via social media.
So
in Parliament.
Finally, and I want to repeat this. The issue a university needs a lot of dialoguing. That is one direction, a parliament. But also, I think Arohe Kinte Kimu Ekitakozerwe. And I want to fault some leaders, including ourselves, that in fact, Ensongenu, even to go to parliament, should not have been the right fora. Habokuba, ekizibu kiona kikaba habarua ya president.
But parliament
yes, no, but
even our leaders.
Yes, listen to this. Koti, parliament goes into procedures. President Akiran Resonge Numdaki, he can order. Because first of all, a baruha ye etaireze kayanja. Ekarizantungam. He has got the rights and even all the powers to reverse decision in yon.
Okay.
Even if Parliament is going to handle this issue, but the final stand should be taken by the President. Can one kwenda kugambira about Kitini Sabara DC, Kitini Sasano Ndala and others, that let's bring this issue before the hands of the President.
But don't you think that Parliament can petition President?
No, and this is the procedure. It takes time.
Okay.
Kionka ensonge ni yona kakuba ya hikire hali President kara, and it is overdue. Singa ikirali president kara wewe president itakali yo bagambire eriri kayanja
araya toilet
italiye yantunga mu the president can order even the cancellation of the title.
Thank you very much. Omukuru deputy RDC
kakati nja kusooka na kusaba leero nja kusooka nga nange kubanga abakulu bano bali obudde bwaffe bungi kakati ngenda okugiranga obudde bulinga obukoze eki obuweddeyo
genda maaso
kakati
nesoka webazeeko mukulu Joab bulijjo n'ogamba mpulira ebintu simulaba nga bwabyogera kati nga abyogedde sooka omwebaze nga tolina kiwayogedde
sebo mpadde omuzinda
kale genda maaso
so nkusaba owulirize
yes
ekisooka ku nsonga y'ekibozibozi eriwo ensonga zino zibaddewo nnyo mu Masindi wano, ensonga za university n'endala, naye nze ndi musanyufu era nga bw'ogambye ne Honorable Mandela ne Chairman Bongomini, lwakuba Chairman Bongomini bw'abadde ayogera namulabye nga ali okuteekamuko feelings, simanyi nsonga ki naye nga Chairman Mandela bwali munnabyabufuzi bwali politician ne Bongomini ate omuwulidde akyogerako tomanya bayinza okuba nga balinamu ensonga ey'omunda, naye nze yakugamba abantu nti waliyo olugero olugamba olw'Ekiganda nti etasiima ebulwajiwa nze ndi RDC naye omuntu nfuna omusaala ne allowances naye omuntu wajanga yeetaaga obuyambi mu office yange nemuyamba nangamba RDC thank you so much waliyo omuntu ajja n'omuyamba nakwebaza n'owulira ddala nga essanyu lyalaze ku mutima lingi nnyo mbeera musanyufu nnyo okitegeera kakati gondi Honorable Joab ojjuka nasemba okubeera naye wano mu studio yatabuka nange tetwatabuka naye yatabuka nange yabisibwa bubi nnyo nga ndaba omusajja abeera wano ku muzindaalo n'asengeka ensonga nazinyumya bulungi naye namugamba kimule mugamba Honorable ebintu bino by'oyogera singa obitwala mu Parliament osanga n'entale ezimu eziri mu Masindi wano n'ensonga endala zalibale tezibeerawo. So ndi musanyufu okubeera nti ensonga eno yagitutte mu Parliament. In fact nze nabadde nkitegeredde wano naye bw'oplayinze audio eyo n'empuliranga ensonga yavayo bulungi ne reaction ya speaker nayo teyali mbi. Naye ate okusinziira ku audio gye nawulidde Honorable Joab ng'agamba speaker nti tulina ne meya owa Gondo owa Masindi municipality naye ali mu galale akoze eki atuuse. So by the mere fact nti gundi Honorable Joab yasobodde okurecognizinga meya yazze kitegeeza nti waliyo kye tuyise teamwork okitegeera nti waliyo enkolagana ennungi ne gundi mu leadership. Kakati kyenjagala okwongera okwenfasizinga mu bakulembeze omanyi ebintu biringa bibiri byanjawulo. Waliyo okubeera oli nga wa NRM oli nga wa opposition naye wa NRM bwe yali anoonya akalulu yagamba nti nja kubasavinga irrespective of your political affiliations and tribe and what ne wa FDC naye bwe yali asaba watu yakola ki bwe yakikola. Then ekirala waliyo time ey'okubeera ey'okunoonya akalulu ne wabeerayo time ey'okukolera abantu. Zeno time gye tulimu kati ndowooza tuli mu time ya kukolera abantu bye twakola ki bye twabasabira nga bwe mbagamba nti naffe abakolera mu government ya NRM especially abali mu NRM government after every 5 years tubeera ne elections tubeera ne NRM manifesto kaje tuli okuimplementinga. So bwebeera nga time ya kuweereza abantu tubeere nti ffenna tukolagana oba oli wa FDC oba oli wa NRM oba oli musiraamu oba si musiraamu oba munyoro oba si munyoro tutiminge up. So kyenjagala okwenfasizinga yeeyo teamwork. Singa meya teyabadde ne good working relationship ne Honorable Joab yali tamurecognizinga era teyali mugambye nti olunaku olwaleero ngenda kutebolinga ensonga ebadde mugundi mu Masindi. So ekyo nze kyensobola okwogerako ku nsonga eyo. Then ensonga endala yeri gye wayogeddeko eya security eya presidential address. Lunaku olwokuna President Museveni ayogerako eri eggwanga. Of course nga bw'okyogedde tubadde tulaba bombs ze bateggulula biki era President yali very clear nga bw'okyogedde aba ADF twaba defeating mu Uganda n'eri gye babadde bateeka gundi base zaabwe baazikuba era bagamba nti beeyongerayo mu bifo ate ebirala ebiri ewala ennyo. So kati tebakyasobola kuorganizinga themselves okulumba nga bwe bakikolako yali oba 2000 what bwe balumbira mu basoka ne balumbira mu oba yali platoon then ne company ne babakuba ne bakola ki. So kati bajja muntu kinomu. So eyensonga nga president bwe yatugamba advise ye gye yatuwa tubeere nga tugigoberera. Kakati omuntu obanga oli mu church making sure nti omuntu gwe ntudde naye bwe mbanga ntudde ne gundi ne chairman Mandela ntegere nti ono chairman Mandela bwe mbanga simumanyi ntekinga initiative okumubuuza omuntu olina okubeera nga wetegereza olabe omuntu ono gwendi naye oba mu church oba mu lukungaano lw'abantu abangi oba ku muzigiti oba mu kifo kyonna tugezeko nnyo okubeera nti tubeera vigilant olaba omuntu gwe weekengedde mulope mu b'obuyinza bakitinge. Ekisembayo oyogedde ku kalulu akagundi akehoima. Yesterday nabaddeko nafunye omukisa nembeerako ehoima eyo. Of course nga bw'okimanyi nti ffe ba RDC egimu ku mirimu gyaffe kwe kulaba nti tubeera we are the chairpersons of the district security committees. Kakati tulina okulaba nti embeera ey'ebyokwerinda ebeera enywezebwa. Kakati RDC takola mu district endala naye being nti Masindi neighboringa ne Hoima akalulu ako tulina okulaba nti tewabeerawo insecurity. So twabaddeyoko eyegundi Hoima ne of course ne ba colleagues baffe mu district endala. Andi nabadde musanyufu nga ndaba abantu banoonya akalulu kaabwe bulungi. Naye ate kye nalabye moderator omwana ono wa gundi ono wa NRM flag bearer amaanyi galina mangi era nze okusinziira ku assessment yange ndinga yalabye nga agenda okawangulira mu gundi mu 80% awo
aliyo no wanupu
wanji
haliyo no wanupu
wanupu nalabyeko kulimba nalabyeko ebifaananyi naye nga buli muntu gwe nabadde ntuukako nga abantu bagamba wa NRM agenda kawangula nengamba kale tekirina buzibu mwongere n'okusapootinga gwe mwagala
webali muno ono agambire kansoma ka message kana bako kakwata kintu kino kandi karugire mu chairman board wa Kamuras omukuru Kyota Solar Finance yagamba nti he was in the gallery where an MP's sit. Even you can go at any time when parliament is in session. Yes. So gallery is open to all Ugandans, and in no way anyone in the gallery can make any submissions on the floor of parliament. Yes, we know that. We know twaintubaza mutima ogwayolekere gamba ya rubata ya hondera
Washington
soko lindao bands first wait nkusoma message na gambe. Secondly, MP Joab did good to raise it on the floor of parliament. I only didn't agree with his prayers. The most important prayer should have been to cancel the title and revert it to the rightful owner, which is Kamuras PTC, which has been repurposed to technical institution. The offer of the Kayanja land has nothing to do with the Bunyoro University offer. Even those in studio should not mix up issues. Will Parliament also investigate the matter that is in court? Let people do the rightful. Are aware the president, the minister, and the PS might be in for Kiriandongo. Right, might be in for Kiriandongo. Are they aware that on 12th of September 2023, there is a meeting for harmonizing the issue of land at UCCK? Are they aware that the collegiate proposal is not yet approved by the cabinet, and the one who gave illegitimate conditions for Bunyoro University? Let our leaders think through the lens. I submit Kyota Soboro Munyabujenje.
What I want to comment just in a second or two, Kyota Sobora Finance raising they're all pertinent issues. Very pertinent. That's why I told you that at the end of the day, this issue needs the president.
But does cabinet has a resolution on
Ekinte kya kabiri kirinti
yangu dakika
kite kya kabiri kirinti I want to still thank Okitinsa Mayor Kyumuhendo by being in the gallery is important.
Yeah.
Kitu important because yes, the gallery is open to everybody. The district council is one is by getting an initiative. People have got commitments, and two, also on the same, he was recognized by the Speaker of Parliament.
Yeah.
There are many people who are in the gallery, but the Speaker of Parliament, the eye of the Speaker of Parliament catching you even in the gallery is very important.
Okay, thank you very much.
So I want to say that abantu barani bakora hamu nibairukie ki
we should appreciate.
We should need to appreciate.
Yeah, and even he works at Kilora gallery, but me I'm focusing at the heart, the MP, because kugenda in Parliament it's not a work for the mayor. But kuimukia mtima gamba, I should follow this matter. Ndole ngere kugenda. I think we need to appreciate it. Bongo mimi. Awine bintu bikuruma byatuli. Deka kubaliza kanyuma.
Ati deka nkugambire Washington. The focus here should be Aboli Businge Joab kumusima for tabling this matter before floor of parliament.
Where are you finding a problem?
Now, my concern is raising unnecessary names of people being present, not recognizing the one who raised the motion before floor of parliament.
Iwe mugarara ka video yako karozero. How many people were there?
One day I will also go and sit in the gallery when Joab is going to raise an issue. We're also going to say I was in the gallery. No, the issue should be what Joab presented before parliament. And his prayers are very clear. Akusaba even parliament committee KJB time by mass kusaba parliament committee JB kalem na minister gamba I will come back before this floor reporting back. That means barasanga going to be sober. The committee has powers to recommend to parliament negamba taiteni bakifuna mbutaikire bagisalem. Baite biona minister balize na meya ro na birora. Ai ate byabo.
Kemu kibozi bozi. Uliza kibozi bozi.
98.2 FM BBS.
From your speaker to your eardrum.
Okay, mwebale muno mukibozi bozi kitwairo bwire. Kibozi bozi kitwairo bwire, but it is okay abokuba. These are issues zaitwanu Masindi. We are the consumers of these issues. Kandi itaka lya kayanja likugasa itwe abamu na ba Masindi abana ba Bunyoro. So it was not time wasted. Kantandike mwa Mandela. Topic yetu ya kilo kinu. Ubokuwa norora ekikwata mundu ekingure nabasindikira message zanyu nkuzirora kandi njya kuzisoma at the end nitugenda omasimu 00 mutagamba zinugire baitu 00 and two okusobora kusindika via WhatsApp, I mean WhatsApp hasimu 0 musanju ibiri nsanju na ibiri kinana na mwenda ana name turole ya YouTube turo genda YouTube searchinga BBS FM Masindi okuja kuba no turora kana radio turo live loud and clear tegeke ni simu ya mbaire mbere mu maisha ujakuba ni tubaza nayo 10 minutes. Yes. Kikwata mundu kigaruka mu Africa, what should we do okurabo kwa kitanki mu West Africa mahanga ngeri bagama muiro Masindi.
Actually, Washington kwenda kusima bumutwe guno hamuna abawuliza nyo na balahero na bagenzi bange mu studios again. Inyowemba musomesa wa political science. So bokuba no baza kumamura ho government no kolesa obukugu bwe mundu burundo busobozi bwe mundu. That is what we study itwenka abantu abasomere political science. Actually omurujungu tugeta coup d'etat. A coup d'etat is the overthrow of a government by the use of the gun, in a simple term, or the use of military means. Kandi West Africa orundi omahangago hali coup d'etat zibaire nyingi nkwenda kubanza kuwa facts nti tikibaire mu West Africa honka. Hano mu Uganda tukabaho na okuyihaho okwa government ya Obote 1 amini omwaka gwa 19 nsanju na gumu akayo government nahereza ensonga hayi 18 ezabaire nahereza ezitakuso ezitaikirire ezobote akabale mere kutunuramu kandi yazikozesa nk'ensonga zokuya government. Omwaka gwa 1985 still had another coup yabaire engineered by Tito Okello Lutwa government kana ihaho Obote 2 government. Actually Obote 1 akaibwa hamin, Obote 2 yaibwaho Tito Okello Lutwa in 1985. So obokuba no baza about coup d'etats in West Africa, wave ekairene movinga throughout here in Uganda twice, West Africa several times. Umbage ni nsoma ebyafaye bimu bikoleki anti kuruga amahanga aga Africa gatunga independence. Kuruga tutandika kutunga independences mu Africa hand because tatunge hamwaka gumu, but since independence in Africa tuwe na over 200 attempted and successful coups. Over 200. Kandi by and large 49% of those coups have been in West Africa. Two, anti nobukira abantu kimanyirwe muno nti ekuzo orundo kumamura government zenu kubaire ni kukosebwa abemundu nibayihaho abemundu baitu kandi tuinaha mahanga agali mu West Africa mahanga nkasa tuganja kwa ni mentioninga later agahireho government eza abantu abakomerwe kandi abantu abakomerwe babaire from the opposition nosanga opposition yemereire na ruling government, opposition esingira kaluru kyonka still na opposition bagamba mutaije omulingo gwikire. So not all coups ziri nti gamba zikuyiha government eziri mu wekulembeze baitu even government sezimu esobere kusinga kaluru kandi zirugire from the opposition in West African countries zimamwirweho. 3 kirinti nkwenda nugamba kino nti kuzi mu Africa orundo okuyihaho government nibakolesa orundi bakolesa amani gemundu tikirinti it's a new thing in Africa. Actually obokuba no comparing the democracies in Africa kirinti democracy itwina orundo gwekulembezi obukozesa obugabe butwina hati tibuli white wa Africa buli bwekulembezi obwakopera okopwa from the European countries. Habokuba hano mu Africa the cultural and the democratic thinking ya Africa kirinti government zimamuru wao traditionally nobogaruka gonze bwekulembezi bwobukama nti omuntu kujja kutwara bwekulembezi tiyarabaga omulingo guturaba mu kyalero baburwanira. And when you go to West Africa nkaita abasomere West African history and Africa in general oja kwesanga nti even in West Africa itself genda mu Mali genda mu Ghana all those kingdoms aberu kurugakara nti buli kingdom rundi bwekulembezi bwene bwobukama bwabagani burugaho bwamamurwaho gobundi okurora nti hati some of these West African countries and African countries zitwaranti that is the only way to go. 4
do they have factors over
they have factors.
That is how it's supposed
yes these are now facts about coups. Then ekite kindi kirinti busaho any country in Africa mukuzi nzone zingambire either attempted or successful ones over 200 busaho bwekulembezi bwona obuhirweho ni buhibwaho emundu obugarwirwe obwekulembezi mu civilian rule. There is no country in Africa. These are now facts. Nti abakulembezi abakolesa emundu kuya government bagamba nti all abaina akolesa amani abaina akolesa obusobozi kubi abaina dictator nti hatito twizire kuya government kyonka tukwetaaga kuya government tugalo bwekulembezi mu bantu
owagaboni kankwagambire.
That is what they think. But later on na Gabon even as I talk now eri mu bwekulembezi bwemundu kandi bona niko bajana wa promising including even Sudan here, Northern Sudan. Omar al-Bashir bamuhireho abekulembezi the generals bakagamba tugenda garo bwekulembezi omu civilian rule rundi garo bwekulembezi abantu babulikiro. So there is no any country in Africa hali ehirweho obwekulembezi ne bayihawo obwekulembezi oburoho ne babwisa emundu abemunda abo bachwamba agamba ato obwekulembezi tubugalimba wakina Mandela tubugalimba wakina Bongomini atalibe emundu. It's not there. Now where is the problem? Ekyo kubanza no kubanza kirinti reasons ziri nyingi muno habwaki government zihirwe mulingo kagundu baitu ekinkwenda kugambe kyo kubanza no kubanza kirinti there has been a shrinking democratic space. Nti abantu bakiro bwingi orunda mahanga gakiro bwingi gano agama mwirweho garugirire ombintu byogamba ngu taroho obwinganiza taroho obugabe obokutunura mu West Africa kuzo balize zona zirugirire mu disputed elections apart from kusobora kugamba nti etabe disputed but ezikiro bwingi zona bakani bagamba nti okoma tukubaire kurungi ebirugire mu koma tibaire birungi na bwekyo titwikiranizanga ine nabyo. Ekya kabiri kibaire nti omu countries ezo orundo mahanga gobalizo gona ga West Africa nti haikairoho okutakozesa amateeka kurungi, lack of constitution and constitutionalism. Nti amateeka ganya kuroho habokwa buli ihanga lina amateeka galiyo, what we call the constitution. Nti abekulembezi abamu tibahondeire amateeka ago, lack of the constitution and constitutionalism. Nti hali amateeka gali tigahondeirwe kandi agandi hali gali abekulembezi batweire obusobozi omikono yabo bafoka bangamba nyenka. Actually bokutunura amahanga gakiro bwenga mamwirweho gabaire nti abekulembezi bafokere ngamba nyenka orundi dictators batakuhuliriza orundi batakuhondera ebikibya amateeka agakwaniga gamba. Then kyakandi kiri nti obokutunura amahanga gamuka Gabon ogambire emyaka 5 obwekulembezi bwa family nti amahanga gandi gaikaire nti president bwabairoho obwarugiroho nonda agarukiroho amugaruke ombigere abaire rundi mutabani rundi ki. The succession issue has been a very big factor here in Africa. Nti omwekulembezi gwakuba narugaho oha agenda agarukaho next obokutulwaga born 55 years nti ono buyarugiroho yagarukaho nonu. So that one has also been a factor. Then also bogaruka mu West Africa, we have got what we call the geopolitical environment. Nti West African countries ezo bokono zitunura entaya yabo hamu nenyikara yabo nebyenfuna byabo bikaini batalibaniza muno. Ekyokubanza haroho obutemara habokuba civil strife orunda abantu bonka kugenda kusupportinga government kurugawo abamu bikubatalibaniza. One of them could be agricultural decline.
You have 2 minutes.
Yes, agricultural decline. Nosanga anti ebyenfuna bigarukire hansi mu agriculture. Abantu bo West Africa ko bakiro bwingi they are pastoralists. How they live Balisa, they live in the sub-Saharan Africa. In that area where you find that ensi eyomere hati abantu baikara baina civil strife. Nti kakuba omuntu wenda ayimuka arugiro omahe especially aina the power of the gun akareza hensonga nti ngenda kubaya mukinu ngenda kuteka kina. They support it very fast.
Where do we see this in the whole of Africa? Is it going to stop in West Africa or by virtue of facts zero even manga gone tukirinde chikwiji nangwa kikusigikira habokuba when you look at ebimwe bikutalibaniza abantu ebimbalizo nebindi bikuwendisa kubaza obwire including foreign influence. Habokuba tuinaona mahanga gandi agakendi gatalibaniza African countries including Uganda here. Habokuba kutunura the 1971 coup d'etat in Uganda ekaba supported by Britain. Obokutunura amahanga gali mu West Africa coup d'etat zimwe ziba supported by France and USA in West Africa. So amahanga gakiro bwingi agahera bugaruranti president anyakuli hantebe takwikiraniza ne bakwetaga bamumamuraho baina interest zabo zindi katugeze nka Uganda ni bafunaga omuntu akwende kisiyaga definitely those are issues. Orundi kakuba amahanga gahera gatunura nkamagita gaitu like in Uganda here oil is a factor. Bakusagamba nti president ono akabadupa kakagamba nyebunkuija ngenda kuweza all the concessions all the what bajagamba I think, and especially when you look at USA and Britain, those western capitalist countries hati obokutunura even Obote himself in 1971 coup d'etat. In 1967 Obote akaleta ekitekerezo ekitukweta the common man's charter, the move to the left. Na itaga kwemamura mahanga agonka Britain aga kirimana ago agaruka in the Soviet Union. That is the common man's charter or the move to the left. Akataka moving from capitalism to socialism. So amahanga gakiro wingi gasanga nti iwe bitekerezo byabo bigenda kwokana ne byabo gakumamuraho. Now kike kitugamba kiti nti yitwe hanu ku Uganda na mahanga gandi aga East Africa kirinti ebikuba mu West Africa bikaire biro for some time, but even in Uganda here it was there. And the lesson that we need to learn out of this is that abantu nibo bayina obusobozi. The people have the power. Obwire bwa nkura bwire.
So abantu ensonga zaabo zinaga kuba addressed. In Africa here ekiziwe kituika itu inanti the leaders in power but weire obusobozi upon themselves without obusobozi obw'abantu. And any coup d'etat, by the way, kuba successful ever so much supported by the people, by the ordinary people. Na Niger, Gabon, all people. All these coups immediately were taken. Osanga all the people marching back onto the streets in support of them. Okay. What does it mean? That people must be respected because of sobozi buba mulibo.
Thank you very much. Bongo mean.
Otimuno Nyoro Washington na bagenzi bange bali mu studio na myenda ya kitara okumamuraho obwekulembezi nibakose mundu kirikinte kimu ekyokugamba one of the most backward way of doing things.
Enkole ya hoireo.
One of the most backward way of doing things. Kanti kya ukaini no muntu akwate mundu akagenda muirunga kai ya government. Some of us Uganda it is on record we are being led by military juntas. President Museveni, when he lost an election in 1980, the only option he thought was to go and get arms and go to the bush. That was one of the most backward way of doing things.
But backward,
because no, it did not help, because people died. Lives of Ugandans was because not, it shouldn't be, that was a bad precedence being set in the history of this country, and shouldn't be something to celebrate, because it was one of the uncivilized way of addressing an issue, that when you lose an election, you should get arms and go and fight government because you have lost an election in an undemocratic process. Hati ebintu bino byona iyo mungo kubirora, you may talk there is peace, there is what, but she doesn't mean muntu inagenda mukisaka. That's why opposition in this country say even when you lose an election, even when there is no proper way of conducting a free and fair election in this country, we must continue advocating by not holding guns. Yes. We should not hold guns. Otherwise, kirikin to kibi. When you lose an election, to hold a gun. And even what is taking place in West Africa, mu Africa, coup d'etats is taking the place nyingi muno zibari mu West Africa. Apart from East Africa, which happened once in 1971, that was during Amin's time. Now, if you are not satisfied with the way how a leader is leading a country, tichikwetagisa that you gang around, military men gang around and remove a government. It is undemocratic and unconstitutional. And we don't need to see it again. That's why for me sometimes I don't like these things of history reminding. That's why even President Museveni at his wisdom, when he saw it, Yagamba, no, political education must be scrapped off in schools. Yes, I was one of the beneficiaries. I was one of the beneficiaries of those who went through political education and sat for it in senior 4. They used to teach us how these military men could take over power. At the wisdom of the President Yagamba, this is a very wrong education system. A practice. Yes, he went through the ministry of Yagamba, and if they had continued, there are people who would enjoy to see overthrowing government. What are the advantages and disadvantages of coup d'etats? Babi tuwegesaga. Okuro. Nitubimanya, they do like this. Because of this. Gamba no maire opposition. No, opposition is always there. Even at the time of God, Adam rebelled. He opposed God. He did not obey the commandments of God. So it doesn't mean that it started Burundi opposition near Kurugira. But what I'm trying to say is, the colonial masters. When you look at Uganda, ekafugwa Bangereza, the Englishmen, the whites. Over West Africa, most of these countries were colonized by France. The presence of the colonialists in that country in influencing the affairs of a country. That's why you see this part dissatisfied with these colonialists. Even in Gabon of recent, even in Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso, Mali, to mention a few. Zone were being colonized. Niger. Yes, Niger. All of them. The presence of the colonial people trying to influence in the affairs of their country. And people are getting dissatisfied with them. That's why military men in Bagamba no. Murugano Mukoleki. Mugeni. Hati now. And the Buliomaka Kwato of exactly. Akwenda kusoka kuhamba colonial masters. Now, Nichokura, the community in Niger. Na Gabon, Barugre Bagamba, Muturuke Mugende. Bakusaba na ambassadors na military presence of Frenchmen mu West Africa bakuturuke mbakoleki. Let the affairs of the country be run by the affairs of their own people.
So kikutuwa kisani nkaba Africa. Is it time okweyemereraho ituwenka abokuba ogambire obakwani betabura ni bayawo government zino kibakusokaga kubinga bano ba colonial masters. Is it a strategy eyokweya ba colonial masters oba kikukwataho nkaba Africa?
That's why if we are independent, if we got our independence, that's why tokuraga President Museveni nagamba. But we can do it with it without these people. That's why for him he's a pan-Africanist. He advocates
President
ideology. Yes, some of the ideologies. He advocates for
opposition.
We can sometimes share certain things, but we can also disagree on certain things. But doesn't mean we should be together.
Okay.
And nichonya kugambira bulken for me bajungu timbendera kimu. So we should look at Africanism.
Pan-Africanism.
Exactly. Tutwe malire. That's why you see the Mapongas, this preacher, and this man on the Wakenya Nubamwetoa, a very serious preacher on Bamwetabata. Lumumba. Those people, if you follow their preaching and their advocacy, look at the African nationalists, the Shamora Moshels, the Chombes of Congo, the Mwalimu Julius Nyerere. Those avanta bakaba nibafuera Africa. Nichokura President Museveni,
President Museveni
wagamba Africa. Actually, for me, I support the ideology of we must remain Africans.
Africanism.
Okurora. Now, the presence of those people all the time, I think I'll give an example. Bajungu balimba tukaki bisiaga. President yatika omukunu the first time. Aba agents bagenda mukoti babisaramu. Bakira wachigana pelt yaki signing. Now, if we accept to be continuing to be influenced by the colonial people, we should be babisiaga, then it will be us benefit. We should desist from some of these things. At even to maybe kuletereza coup d'etat mu Africa. Some presidents are not for their people. Nkokugambiro maro ogo bongo. Isaka Fugensi for 40 something years.
Hananetano.
No Mutabani Afugire, they are now 50 something years. But people are not seeing any change. And I don't support the coup d'etat of Nanka, Ege Mumar Bongo Mbele Gabon. Abokuma, even the cousin who are taking it over. The military junta has taken over, now our family. So they're just extending their life. Kumataza people from Gabon, they have brought another man to take over. For me, I don't support that. The only problem causing these coup d'etats is the welfare of the Wananchi. Abantu bakobali kubi, people begin thinking otherwise. Okura, in a country where a community are not engaged in a gainful employment, are not working, people begin thinking otherwise.
Nobody to musirikale obaranwe na ya government aineka kwate kino muntu wabuliki.
Ati nawe akobali kubi, welfare ye kubera imbi.
Yabo.
Naye kubera imbi, n'abantu bensi erimbi. So when everything is bad, they think of this rudimentary way of taking over power.
Because now bagenda mukatale nkabantu ababulikira ali bagenda.
It is very undemocratic. That's why for me, I don't support any other way throwing off governments in support of abajungu. Iyo kimanyire, there are some coups which have taken place. Na abajungu ni bakisagika. There are another modern way of coup d'etats being done by these whites. Gaddafi bakamuteraki. If we were to ask ourselves, and where is the country? Look at North Nanka, Sudan. What is taking place there? All these influences of what? Ezabajungu.
How do I differentiating this is kuba mandela beregena abaza gamba they are supported even by the local people kufaya kusanga ne bajubilating. How do I differentiating when iziri habwange obeno is instigated by the white?
The people come out to support the juntas who have taken over government. It is a backward way, but it is a backward way. We don't need to accept Gonze anywhere. When a military man comes up and takes over government, then civilian begins jubilating. No, it shouldn't even happen because it is unconstitutional and democratic. The only process should be you can express your grievance through mobilizing community to take over government through an election. That's the only way of doing things. America baki bitaliyo. Russia ijiweranu. Bakumota Vladimir. Ono msaje yafuire ona ba hiring to fight wars in Africa. Brogozin ogu. Okora what had happened to Putin. Tujja kaba mwenduliremu.
Egenyi.
Okura ni bamukosa kurwana mu Ukraine ni other countries. Even in Africa babasindika the machineries. All of the sudden tujja kaba mwehinduliremu. Okura. So there is no any other way. Nyowen komuntu I would accept or advocate for coup d'etat as a solution to rule a country or to bring peace or to fight for the wananchi.
Okay.
Okura. So finally, ebintu ebimu ebikuletereza coup d'etat zino resources of the country being in the hands of one family. No sanga ebintu abugagga bwihanga bwona buli muntu ogu. Omusajja ogambira no Marbonga kabaina senti ziri mu dollars, ziri mu euro, ziri mu local currency.
Ziri tizine byokora ziri yo.
Ziri aido and wananchi are suffering. Okuro. Now
kyonga natugamba ngo akusaba tutere toko. Ngo bamukwasire.
Ati bakutera toko abainalia noa. Okunyetegereza. So itwe nkaba abasibensi we Africans we must leave the bintu by'abajungu. Ati berebu mujungu oba kusara bintu byabo aid zabo mu Uganda mu because bisiyaga omuntu bokulimana byokurati bikwera n'olya n'orubata. Ensi ne rubata. So nikyo kurora itwe kandi bagenderezo orole kuzini zitaking place nka iyo kuzino mbajungo zihura
baitu kandi aba opposition kaninyo mukusimbwa aga bukutunulire mbera no mahanga gona aga kusinga agamu opposition abajungu bakira kukozesa inyo
bakose bara
inyo opposition.
The military juntas batingiro by opposition. The juntas who are taking over countries in West Africa was in opposition by 1971. He was supported by Jungu. He was in Singapore Commonwealth meeting. All of the sudden, Kaurawara they have taken over. Who supported Amin? And finally, what happened after supporting Amin? Bajungu Batajuki, didn't he chase them away?
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Abauliza wita bange dakika ziri 28 za karaba saa 3 eza nyenkya mazima kwe coup d'etat is not good abukuba ihanga libaditagena maiso nirigaruka enyuma akwa basajje bakwambaga bakusoka kusiba ensaro ze ihanga nibasibe bisaye byenyonyi nibatekaho curfew abantu bako batakiyakora bari bako batakurubata ihanga liko takutaya mbandu. So that is coming backwards wataligena maiso omukuru Deputy RDC. Is it a trend that is beginning in Africa tugarukayo mu mbera zeira oba aro issues ezikuletera abasirikare gukora ibintu ebyo muno atikiri muno mu West Africa?
Zendoza nti abafrika ne ba presidents ba Africa abamu bazuukuka dda, abamu bali mu kuzuukuka era abamu bagenda kuzuukuka. Abazungu bano nze ndi omu ku bantu abatabaagalira ddala. Lwaki? Olwa history gwe nasoma. Omu namusoma, omulala bajjajja bange oba abantu abakuliriddeko mu myaka gwe bampadde. You see, abazungu bano tubaagala abamu olw'okuba tetubategeera engeri gye bakolamu ebintu byabwe. Bw'obadde owulira Chairman Bongumini byayogedde ne Chairman Mandela ebimu babijjeeyo. Nze nzijukira we nali nga nkyali muto. Emmese ogimanyi?
Embewo.
Emmese yandyako yalyako ekigere kyange emirundi 2. Naye nga olwasooka nagenda okuzuukuka nendaba nga yandidde. Paka wali munda wennyini nendaba n'omusaayi nga nagwe yakoze eki?
Yanunye.
Naye nga saategedde. Nendaga maama nengamba nali wajjajja nengamba jjajja kiki? Nga zibeera nnyo wajjajja nga mumanyi twagala nnyo wajjajja. Nengamba kiki? Nangamba eyo mmese nembuuza emmese kyeki. Nandaga yali edduka awo eyita bweti nangamba yeeyo. Nengamba naye yandidde tya kuba mpulira obulumi naye saakoze eki? Saabuwulidde. Kakati ne wayitawo ennaku. Era neddamu nekola ki? Neerya ekigere kyange. Ne mubuuza nangamba nti emmese bw'eba ekulya erya ngeno bwefuuyirira mukiyita kyekyo okuyira bwefuuwa bweriya tosobola kukola ki so beba abazungu. Kakati nga bwewulidde Chairman Bongumini bwagambye mu nsi eno tulina abo abajja okutukolonizinga kyeki okufuga. Tulinamu ensi nga Portugal erina ensi za colonizinga mu Africa. Tulinamu ensi nga Bungereza erina za colonizinga. Tulinamu ensi nga France erina za colonizinga. Ne Germany naye erina za colonizinga. Ne Poland. Kakati mu kujja okukolonizinga oba okutufuga abamu beefuula ba gundi ba explorers. Olina ajja n'akugamba mbunaze nze ya discovery nze gundi River Nile, source of the Nile. Era n'akera ku makya n'agamba eyo bagiyita River Nile nga bwe tugiyita. Naye nga kyagamba nti yazze okudiscoveringa twalina bajjajja baffe nga batugamba nti eyo baali bagiyita Kiira. Erinnya lyaliwo era nga bagenda ne bakola ki ne bafishinga nyage ne bakola ki. Kakati Kiira yaliwo abantu nga bagikozesa gwe yavudde eri ogamba otya nti gwe yagidiscoverings Victoria baali bagiyita Nalubaale. Okitegeera kakati najja n'agamba
Albert
Mwitanzike nga weeri abantu baali bagendayo naye n'omusiru n'ava eri mu nsize n'ajja wano n'agamba mbwe ye Albert era nze yakoze eki yagidiscoverings. Kakati ne bajja ne batandika okubba gundi wano Budongo Forest Port Road bakugamba nti wansi eyo balina ebyuma bye bateekawo kyovola oluguudo lugumu bye bakozesa kubanga gye bakozesanga okutransportinga logs ezavaawa. Bw'ogenda e Bungereza ojja kusanga Bungereza nga balina reservoirs naye nga zo za gundi za logs n'essaawa zino zikyabalemye okukola ki okumala bye babba golodi biki okitegeera. Kakati ensi nga Bungereza ensi kuba Bungereza yali nnyo mu gundi mu East Africa gundi Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania biki n'ezo ensi eki endala okitegeera. Mbuge baamala okubba kakati ne bajjajja baffe ne batandika rebellion zezo bakabalega ne babalwanyisa ekiseera kyatoka ne bagamba Bannayuganda tebakyasoboka kukola ki kufugika okitegeera nga balabye nga obubbi babatuzako. Kati olaba Busoga ze zimu ku sub-region ezaali zisinga okulima cotton naye ne gundi Buganda coffee ne cotton. Kakati nga bajja ne bakugulako gundi pamba ogwo wakoze eki gwe walimye. Kakati bwe bamugula ne bamutwala ne bagenda ne bamuprocessinga ne bafuna gundi amagoba. Bwe bamala okutunda after 2 years nga ate bakomyewo okugula gundi omulala pamba omulala ne balyoka ne bakusasula ziri oli gwe bakola ki gwe batwala. Kakati bamala okugula nga bamaze okufuna amagoba ne bajja. Yensonga lwaki osanga mu nsi nga Bungereza mulimu ekibuga kye bayita Birmingham City. Bakugamba nti sente ezazimba Birmingham City zava mu pamba yali akola ki alimibwa e Busoga. Obubbi bwakola ki bwe babba. Kakati bwe batuuka ekiseera nga Bannayuganda bagezi ne bateekawo embeera kwe kugamba nti twagala kuba waki obwetwaze okitegeera. Kakati mu ensi ezafugibwa Bungereza yo bwe yagenda ng'emaze okubba bagezaako okulaba nti at least abantu abakola ki bagenda. Kakati bw'ogenda mu nsi ezagundi eza West Africa bo bakulaga nti babawa independence naye ate yo yali yakicupuli nnyo okitegeera. Kiki lwaki nkugamba bwenti bw'ogenda mu nsi nga gundi Niger bakugamba nti sawa zino mulimu amagye ga France 1.5. Kakati webuuza ate nga tebavangayo
tino bakufuga ihanga
since their time of independence. Kakati mubanga mwatuwa independence twetwala amagye gakyakola kyeyo gundi Niger
bagamba gayiga
batujju ki bo benyini bakuleetinga abatujju. Omanyi omuzungu ye muntu aleeta olutalo mu nsi yo bw'amala okululeeta n'amanya nti ajja kukuguza ebyokulwanyisa. Kakati ebyokulwanyisa bwe yakuguziza n'aleeta abasirikale abasirikale bagadinga be bali okubba.
By the way
gundi Niger
uranium.
Yes,
Niger na uranium bakasanga almost a biggest percentage netwalwa France.
Chembadde ndi okugamba uranium kyekyobugaga ekyomuttaka kye bakozesa omugundi mu nuclear plants mu nseze zina nuclear. Kakati nga France bakugamba nti amasannyalaze ge bakozesa 97% gava gundi gava mu uranium. Uranium gwe bajjawa mu Niger. Naye bw'ogenda France ensi yonna the whole country tewaliyo kitundu kitalinamu ki masannyalaze. Naye kati ate bw'ogenda in Asia it is only 50% abalina amasannyalaze
kandi ga buseere
ate nga ga buseere. Niger yensi ekyasinze okufulumya crude oil okitegeera yensi ekyasinze okukola ki okufulumya crude oil naye mu nsi yaabwe obwavu bubalumanga ki. Bw'ogenda mu nsi nga gundi Gabon yensi ekyasinze okuexportinga timba. Nibwe twali tusoma ojjukira bye mwatusomesanga n'amafuta nago bakola ki bagayina. Naye bw'osanga obwavu obuli egundi Niger obwavu obuli egundi e Gabon okitegeera abantu nze ndowooza nti ekiseera kituuse ne bagamba nti naye kati kino kivaawa kyekiri kyamani Bongomini kyagambye omanye abazungu ye muntu asobola okujja nga n'akubuuza nti president oyagala kufuga myaka emeka nagamba nti nze njagala emyaka 5 nagamba nti by all means tujja ku protecting emyaka 5 gy'oli okola ki naye naffe kino kye tukola ki kitwagala. So abo ba president be bali okugira okugoba be bali okuyiyawo nabo bali mu kucontribute because omuntu munansi alaba obwavu bukola ki buluma. Naye nga president nga bw'oyogedde yakeera ku makya nagamba nti nagenda n'aleeta gundi sino omuzira nagweta mu gundi mu State House ng'omanyi sente ziyakozesa. So abantu ba president ngabo abatafa ku gundi abatafa ku bantu baabwe be bali okuleetera abantu baki abantu kuba kati abantu bagenda bazuula ekituufu bategeera ekyokola okitegeera ne bagamba nti naye president olivinga mu life bweti ne bweti omwana we ali bwati gundi ali bwati naye ffe nga ensi yaffe abantu abalala tetulina bwe tukoze ki bututuuse kitegeera. So abantu kugamba nti nedda abantu tulina okukola ki tulina okuzuukuka ate ng'ekyo kijja kubeera kiri common nnyo ate kijja kweyongera mu nsi nga France kubanga bo babba ate babba nga tebaagala kulekera kukola ki kubba ate ne babba openly
ito tukwefora abakwenda kweyiha mu kibi baitu tukubinga abafaransa ntubinga Europe ntubinga Abamerika baitu kandi ntugaruka Russia and China titukwogya ntwanika mu itaka
kati Russia ya colonizinga konche
te colonizinga ngansi yonna
China ya colonizinga konsi ki
but kandi and we bringing them into colony
kati kyetuli okugamba era kati for example obadde following president recently yakugamba nti yafunako abagundi abazungu simanyi bali bava mu nsi ki njerabidde ne bamugamba nti twagala kujja okutandika okola ki okusima uranium okitegeera n'abagamba nti ensi gye mwagala okujja okusima mu uranium nga temunnaba kujja mwali muwuliddeko nti naye waliyo bannansi era abaagala uranium bye mumukolamu naba abeetaaga ebintu products nakyo ebiva mu gundi mu uranium n'amaliriza nga abagambye nti bwe mubanga mwagala okusima gundi uranium mujje mu musime naye nga ne processing gundi plant eriwa no mu Uganda emabega kawa wawulira president nga abanies okuexportinga timber okitegeera kubanga rate abantu gye bali okuexportingirako timber yali high kakati nagamba nti kakati teri kufulumya timba bw'oba oyagala kufulumya timba olina okumufulumya ng'omufulumiza mu processed products nga furniture okitegeera. So kati ensi kuba kati abafirika ensi ezo ezisinga bagenza okulaba bagenza okurealizinga nga ensi zino ezeefula ezituyamba ezo zi France zi Bungereza zi Germany ate babbi nnyo kakati gundi ensi nga Russia ye kyangu nnyo okukiriziganya bw'obanga otunuulidde gundi kati nga wane egundi enakasongola emabegako twali tulina ebyokulwanyisa byetwali nga buli kimu tuki exporting naye bwogende na Kasongola wali ebyokulanyisa ebiri okukola ki ebiri okukolebwawo kati ezo ensi ziri mu Africa now is shifting from the west to the east olwa memorandums ne agreements zibali okukola nti fe tulina ekyobugagga kino temukiina mu nsi yammwe naye instead of okutandika okuexporting nga kiri mu raw form mujje wano muteeke wano factory kyovola wawulira ne recent president alina factory eyagundi eya slippers eza railway gye yaguddewo wanewa egundi
even in Korora na wood na plywood
yes
okukora kwa plywood kuyingura ine mu Uganda
yes
Kagadio kona bakoze factories zikora plywood
kati ebyo byetulimu yo muzungu akugamba njagala nzije nsime gundi uranium nkuguleko nkoleki mutwale ngali mu raw form kakati bali abarasha n'abatene bakugamba nti kiki kyoyagala njagala uteka wano factory nga nabo nga bajja wano
president is advocating omukulekerawo ku exporting raw materials
exactly so kino kyogambye nti kituteekawa mu nsi ensi ezo zirina aba president abali soba nga Uganda because Museveni si muntu wa bulijjo si wa kuzanyirako ye akugamba nti tojja kungamba nti ompa sente naye ng'oli kunteekera kakwakuliso kakukiriza bisiyaga
bali bagenzi baitu bali bajja kuikiriza bararola Africa negenda in another trend will they accept defeat or what do you expect to see?
Of course bajja kukiriza tebalina kyakola by all means
okay
yes kati nga bola bono wagundi walabye gundi omanya abazungu bano balina engeri gye babadde batandise okutulowolezaamu nti batuyamba nnyo bakola kikati walabye ekyabadde ndi kyandi by the way abazungu baba exposing nnyo bali ne bagamba mufulume ensi yaffe bone bagamba tetujja kola ki tetujja kukifuluma naye nga bulijjo mutugamba nti mutuyamba because for them bwe bajja mu nsi zaffe balowooza nti bali kola ki bali mu kutuyamba kakati nze nkugambye esi kyayagala buyambi bwo lwaki insistinga n'ogamba sijja kuvamo nja kuyamba
webale muno deputy RDC dakika ziri 43 08 mukaga mwenda niye simu kusakutera nayo bazao naitwe mugenzi waito okusobola kugenda Broadcasting Services 98.2 FM tukakutandikira YouTube channel genda YouTube channel yawe oba YouTube application and search for BBS FM Masindi okuja kuba noturura subscribe share like comment kandi oto yule noturura kurungi welcome to BBS FM YouTube live BBS FM ensoro yenkura kurana nyinao messages eza abantu basindikira hano onagambire nti greed of African leaders and their failure to fight corruption has caused dissatisfaction, hence the coups important African Pan-Africans is a sham evidenced by the huge disparity in welfare of Africans. Emma Ruben kanono yagamba Munyor Washington, I beg you and all listeners to agree with me that coups are not about to end in Africa for 3 reasons. 1, when leaders get into power, they don't want to leave the office. They tend to assume life presidency. 2, to just their greed for power, they disregard the good works done by the past leaders. Take an example of UPC, Ekyooto Bbs in the UPC in Uganda, forgetting that the sympathizers and the beneficiaries still exist. When they take long on power, leaders fail to make a difference between themselves and individuals and the state in terms of power and resources. The 3 issues are very typical for Uganda. We need to think through otherwise yalekera Ekyooto Bbs munyamujenjem hakono yagamba please let us thank Honorable Kyomuhendo and Awoli cause bakatunihiza so Bongomini abiyemu feeling ono tabalize ibarali agambire Bongomini abiyemu feeling yakirekeraho kanuni yagamba tell that RDC that they went Hoima for NRM support, not for security delivery. Let him don't hide the issue. Mwana wabuli kitenguli kuli mutagende kuteka yo security na yero abokuba bagambe tuli under attack, so we need to security baidongo chikule kya batwaire kagenda kutoza akaruka NRM kuli Hoima. Webali program Washington ndi Ronald mwana watoki nkusaba no buturaba twina entegeka yokwesimba habikare bindi baiduleka tusimehoga abanyakuri omuntebe egyo bubarabaga bakozereho kirungi. Thanks to Honorable Joabu and Mayor Atenyi. Kanoni yagamba ono mkuru wa Idi yaga, thanks for that program. I'm watching live on YouTube, but why are you so selfish? You are taking water in a glass alone. Yet panelists are yearning. Okay, but bagabu wasanga nibo bagamara Mr. Wahid a glass was tegura tukunira kubongera rutu endie ba irwali kando okimanyire oikara wano erutu yokubanza eva studio ya kabiri eba irwali ne baturuka. Onagami, thanks for the program. Ask RDC to analyze the lifestyle of our president and his family and compare it with those in Gabon. Ijo mwana nakaleta abakozi ba president ngu comparing his lifestyle orora abageza ina 10 maya na abainga ruenda na abainga abo bona in one state house amba agogolinge ngamba agogolinge kikibaliza microphone wakiulire genda ku Google otekemu President Museveni's lifestyle and then former president of Gabon's lifestyle bajja kulete nayo ngeri tuli mu Uganda era ajja kuriya bajja kumugamba nti ngabe obuyogedde yaletako IC namuteeka wano mu house onatsa kubatalesere IC bamugambe nti president wa Gabon abadde manyi yafuna omukyala simanyi yali mu Kongo nga muyimbi naye nga situla nagende Kongo nategeka shows nazina nakola ki agenda mu nseze z'ebweru na malayo myeze mekanga ali mu kuspendinga sente za government ayenga tatagenze ku official duties naye nga agenze kulya bulamu tosobola kugereza ku President Museveni bw'oba compare ne ba president abali mu Africa ono yo muntu akyasinze okulivinga life eriru katuliro tato wala kueleza mukuru wa Washington yego ati onakubaza na Johnson kuruga kile anyibato nde mutawani boire bono yego ate kuruki yabyona banyura bagira fu mu rugamba ekizina kimwe tikimara mwenge mu ntigiro kandi abekulembeze kiye bayina kumanya obwekulembeze tubutambula nti kuliga amango buli bukama bekulembeze nabo amanyengo bakufika kaire ni babajwa kandi abone no sanga nenkora nensonga ya kuindoa ino na biragiro kuire sport na ya kusanga ne leta buze mu mahanga. Okay, hello tat Sam Koboko Traverba Washington wali kubungisa abakura kandi bitekerezo bya birungi muno oiro ekikuru ati Masindi anu alekija kubaganiza abekulembeza tukura na university naye izile kubaganiza abekulembeza abo kwekirike kubanza buli muntu takatera ine na mutayi akabaze bigambo birungi beti yo radio tugisima mu okugungisa abakura. Okay, hello tat Dari kungira irot. Korongo na Musa. Hello? Yegena maiso. Ngwenda kauza dishogo. Anaga makakotsaize kasoba. President wetu alisoba ni which way abaza kikaziya mutoli. Okay. Hello? Wanji. Ni bale program. Yego. Gamba dishogo.
nga kasekera kalaliiso eri abali abanza migake aleke kuchoncheza ku mutai na kayene kachura.
Okay. Baitu you people arakantu kenkwenzere kunanka bugenda social media okimanyira manga ga heru Nigeria, Kenya na manga gandigona. They are praising President Museveni more than us we praise him. Engeri tumpraising. Abahanga ga heru bugenda social media okarura YouTube abantu abapraising President Museveni nka a pan-Africanist, omusajja wa amani, president atakweri entama, omusajja atakutina abajungu, akusaramu ebintu kusikira abo Afrika, amahanga gaheru ga praising president kusinga itwana.
You see, let me tell you this. Nti no Bible kiri clear. Nti nabi tebamu respecting agamu kichokaki. The president Museveni you're talking about is not a national leader but an international person. Ensi z'abajungu genda ku praising omuntu obokulwa international rewards and awards is a President Museveni is scooping from those countries and big institutions of government is a mahangago ziri big.
No, Buyali Rasha Joeri was given a special consideration okusinga aba presidents.
But that is what he deserves.
That's okay to roll. Hello. Waje.
Wale kuwere.
Yes sir.
Ati kwanza na Vincent Kurgo ifo kunugoro. Ati mbere ni sabo misara diso gwataka genzere. Amala tuwerezo akanamba kamwe kesimu twetaga kanyo kunugoro.
Okay. Aija giba. Tat.
Hello.
Waje.
Hello.
Yes sabo.
Yes, wabada mano Mr. Moderator.
Ego.
Amabara gangi Jacob.
Jacob.
Ya nkusima muno enteka mzawe yawe.
Ego.
Baitu mbiona ni nsima muno honorable Jowabu. Have praising issue ya Bunyoro University at the floor of parliament.
Yes.
Ne kintu kindi ekyo Munyoro bongo mine kena kumanya ngo babane barizinga petition yo na floor of parliament. Kandi aloho abagi supporting orundi abarugire mu kiweke ekyo kurugamba petition yo gerugire. It gives weight. Ehereza muno weight. That means petition egyo ebetali yo muntu ogo representing orundi representing floor ya parliament kyonka
eba yabantu
hambali petition egyo erugire.
Okay.
Nekintu kindi ya kobitat mu bicheka bindi obyo mu Africa twina kurolera kintu kimu most cases bali ba presidents abayikayiroho muno hambali ku bitate zire nekintu kindi baina weak institutions and weak institutions boko gendere kurungi zire trebwa coup d'etat simply because taba control mu mahe orundi mbantu abo baina interest you ruling that country. So strong institutions reverting a coup d'etat. Na boko bogendre kurungingo, for example, in East Africa, boko East Africa, whereby there is strong institution and strong army, leadership of the army can be changed easily. That means that is correct.
Yeah.
For example, even dictatorial government in Libya. Gaddafi we are taking over through coup. But we are building his strong army, controlling Mahege, we are in a president, reverting a mono coup d'etat mo Libya. Wherever the mono Mr. Moderator.
Okay. Thank you.
To them where?
Hello.
Hello.
Coup d'etat. Iwanji.
Wale tuwele.
Ego.
Ona mugisa huga kono gorora.
Ego mugisa.
Kini mpeka nigeni.
Ego.
Dari mazi na bari segede sima. Irin tuye mugafiri. Niye kinsemize muno abantu baliraho bagenzere ikoreke umugu amani muno. Bonanka do mukuru do wampa muna meya. Bakole cyangwa timu waka egenera hamiyona. So twede sima omukuru bongo mine bintu karata tasavuye kamani muno obaba imyentare zabo na meya batanga ya meya bakole mutima side ya university bakaba kikini bakemeze mu rundi gihe so mukuru bongo ni abeyonge wakore kintu mu rundi gihe tatoke no tsano kimazima.
Okay, hello.
Yes, hello.
Tat
Kabale kueleza Washington.
Ego
Simye mnempereza yawe. Airo mkibozi tukugambireho tuwaya Bobi Wine yemereye leta zeni twenda update za speaker waitu ala atambere ya genzere
speaker garukire kanji balizeho gayire.
Okay.
Bobi Wine tuwazaye kiro kijabergenka tabergera uwe abantu bangi bamwizireho kandi is two ways successful. Kubagenze kubariza abantu bayizire bantu bamurekere kugonza
na government mu protection
na government ya mwikirize ya rubata ru 20 tuboine ya gas
mwikirize muleke kuwabya abantu government ya mwikirize. It is a constitutional right for freedom of assembly.
Ati buli kiro ninyo mugamba government eba.
No, ato manyire.
Teniko mugamba.
Nyoki nkwenda, don't mislead the public. It is a constitutional right. There's a freedom of assembly.
That means
now in a democratic country, if we are saying we are Democrats, then it shouldn't be kintu kwikaraga as if government you etahambi. You give a bad impression at now as if it is something bad. It is a constitutional right.
Okay, that means government bulikyowe bagamba don't leka kuteka ya assembly haro ensonge neno ni muwanga ebantufu. Abwire bwabo buhikire obwa rights kuba
freedom of assemblies.
Okay. Okay, mpeko chamani bongo mini information. Ekisoka agambye it is a democratic right.
Constitutional right.
It is a constitutional right.
Freedom of assembly.
Kakati constitutional rights zisobola okuvaayo oba okulagibwa okweexpressingibwa in a democratic country. Kakati democratic country ye ensi etambulira ku nfuga ey'amateeka. The law is very clear. Kakati etteeka ligamba bw'obanga osuubira okubeera ne gathering yonna olina okuwandiikira Uganda Police IGP nakuwa clearance era mu clearance ogikuwa alina okusooka okulaba nti ajja kusobola okudeployinga security enasobola okuba protectinga enasobola okwassessinga oba tewaliyo ekintu ekigenda okuleeta obuzibu nga bwe tuli mu mbeera eya gundi eya bombs. Kakati kyenjagala onaategeere era kyenjagala n'okwebaza Bobi Wine nti ku guno omulundi yategedde nti Uganda nsi eri democratic era etambulira ku mateeka era kyasooka okukola kuwandiikira ki Polisi eri emabega olw'emivuyo gye n'emizanyo gye gyazanya abadde nga akeera bukeezi n'akola ki n'atambula naye kati bwe yatambulidde mu mateeka Uganda Police n'agitegeeza era olaba buli we yagenze wabaddewo deployment emala okitegeera era ne bamugamba era mu kumuwoninga bamuwoninga nga bwe yagenda e Kasese poliisi emugamba yita wano yagamba naye kati nga bwe yatandise okutegeera nti Uganda nsi etambulira mu mateeka Uganda tebeerangako na badictator nga bw'abadde akyogera era in fact kino kyatandise okumulaga era bongomini nga bwe mumanyi nti musajja mugezi saawa zino n'alitegedde nti n'abadde musuubira okusooka okwebaza gavumenti ya NRM neyeebaza President Museveni neyeebaza Uganda Police olw'okulaba nti etambulira ku mateeka nti bw'okola ekiri mu mateeka tesobola kurestrictinga naye bw'okola ekitagendera mu mateeka bw'okola ekitagendera ku mateeka era by all means baba balina okukola ki okustopinga
obire bunkwasire kampereze bongomeni aine kyakwenda gamba
kwenda to clear the air. We are being governed by the Constitutional Republic of Uganda of 1995.
And they want to take
we should it is Ugandans. Because the law says we should protect and defend the constitution of this country. Jealously. Only that. Halima mateka gabalesere which were unconstitutional. Agogamba we should first seek permission. When it is so now it is we must inform the police that we are going to do what? We are going to move. Ekintu kino chinkwenda kutereka tinkwenda abantu wa misunderstanding. I said nkwenda kusima Joab for moving that motion on parliament. But in mulingo bege mukiresere as if those who were in the gallery also made something present in parliament.
Gamba meya abaire mu gallery.
So
those who were in the gallery.
There were many people in the gallery.
Abaire gawe wenka nwembo
in the gallery bokugenda mu gallery.
Video yolekezege we wenka.
Gallery bamubantu bayingi. So tinkwenda mutumbie mune kintu kitaliyo. But what is important for purposes of record, which has even gone on the answer.
Mini nkwenda oruga a microphone ano simire meya ayebale kuba mugarade no kondere kintu kya kayanja. I tell you this, kibaze bwire
kusima buli businge Joab abwa okulete kihanuro ekya Bunyoro University especially Masindi branch okiteka mu rukoti rukuru rwiha.
Gamba kare na meya, gamba na meya bokusendekereza abori Joab nakyo kibaze.
Ekyo kusana kiangire
bongo mini.
Yes.
Ekyo kiangire
Linda leka kumubaliza kibaze kintu
ekira
ogambe aboli abamwita atenyi kyo muhendo meya Masindi municipality mukamu wange webale kusendekereza habwa eitaka lya kayanja kugenda likaika from parliament. It is very important.
Ateri kihanuro mu parliament akwa ni kichukuru muno
abawuliza bitabarungi muno webale
kuhambiriza just a minute because of given one nye kwenda gamba nti about ekya Bobi Wine nti ngona kuingana inganize bitekezo abantu babiri bana that obugabe gurubatano bujunaniziko rights. Yes, they have talked about them, constitutional rights, the BCD, move with the responsibilities. This time around, I want to say, Bobi Wine has been a responsible person. Kialero kino kwenda kugambe tuwa za kozele zona zili nyingi. Bamugambire genti etuwa yekichweka kiti. Polisi kutulozere na intelligence nti tokusobora kuba n'ogenda yo. That one will become an issue. To them, ayeberwe nti even you might move into a certain place, but when security has condoned it off. Ekyokumala kiri nti on the side of the issue of the university nyenkwenda kugamba nti tukore hamu buli muntu akuteeka itafali hakuleta university must be appreciated.
Okay, thank you very much. Abaduza itabarungi abo akirokino program yita komerana edakazi risatu nzo tuongeiremu tugenda mu sports saze mzenyini mutaruba radio BBS FM byone behuriye tibaire byaitu tibaire byabakaba radio tibaire byabantu abwabo mpaka next weekend taruba radio program Ekyooto
tibire bya radio nkayo obundi abakaba ebyohulire byo na program eno tibire bya radio nkayo obundi abakama bayo baitu bya abantu abwabo.
BBS 98.2 FM.
Otaferwa aga program Ekyooto buri cyamukago kutandika ne sayibiri za nyenki akara mpaka ina za nyenki akara obuntu baza bikwata ihanga lya
Let's get together.
Boma bakuririza no kwaje bitekerezo byabo ha BBS FM buri cyamukaga okutandika ne sayibiri mpaka ina za nyenki akara.
BBS.
It's the big show. Ladies and gentlemen.
Babasa, your number one hit station.
Kid, and it will work out in Jesus' name.
If you wanna run away with me, I know a galaxy and I can take you for a ride. I had a premonition that we fell into a rhythm where the music don't stop for life. Glitter in the sky, glitter in my eyes, shining just the way I like. If you're feeling like you need a little bit of company, you met me at the perfect time. You want me, I want you, baby, my sugar boo. I'm levitating, the Milky Way, we're renegading. Yeah, 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 yeah. I got you, moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me.
Nkereire gani?